What good came out of Hurricane Ike? Well, it brought a lot of people together helping each other. We used to live in Galveston, Kathy and I, the boys, and the church we used to go to down there, they said they helped rebuild something like 200 houses down on the West End. And our church, they rebuilt it, and they used it as a shelter. It was just at the end of the seawall. Anyway, it's hard times like that, people usually pull together, and it brings us closer to the Lord, because when everything's going good, we kind of get a little huffy and a little uppity and do our own thing, but when things really get bad, a lot of times we don't have anywhere else to look but up. And so that's what I think was the good that came out of Hurricane Ike.
The good thing for us, I don't know that it was a good that came out of it, but what was good was we didn't receive too much damage from Ike, because Rita 2 years in advance had wiped us out seriously. When Rita hit us, it came up and came from the north and tore out our bulkhead and tore up our boathouse and tore the shingles off our roof and knocked down a few trees. But Ike came from the south and hit the other side of the peninsula down by Memorial Point, and all the people who faced south got wiped out during Ike, but we faced north, so we were fortunate during Ike. We were not fortunate during Rita.
What good came out of Hurricane Ike? Absolutely nothing good came out of Hurricane Ike. It cost this church $280,000 with a 5% wind policy on our building. It was horrible. Yes, it brought unity and oneness together as we all suffered together in homes without air conditioning and without water. And then it cost us tons of money for ice to keep our food from rotting. No, nothing good came out of that.
Not much good came out of Ike. I mean, there were times when things were not there were times when we were not unhappy, but there was never any great things about, there was not really great things about Hurricane Ike that happened to me.
Did lose a few trees. I can't remember any bad damage, just, you know, a little messiness. We did have one interesting thing that happened as the storm was picking up. A little black and white sort of of a dog. This dog came right in the house and jumped on the bed and rode the hurricane out with us. We named him Ike, and he went down and played on the beach with us the next morning, and then he was with us about a week, and then he went away. So we received a house guest during the hurricane who made himself quite at home. It was weird.
The shingles, and then it ripped off the plywood decking, and then the next thing you know, I'm looking up and I can see sky, and it did $60,000 worth of damage to the house, to which our deductible, I was out $12,000. So yeah, it was not a happy moment. But I did get new carpet for a discounted rate, and new furniture, and oh yeah, it was a remodel. I got a free remodeled home. Well, not free. I got $70,000 worth of remodeling, but it cost me $12,000, so that might have been fine. Except for the fact I nearly died of cancer because they had to sand down all the walls and repaint them and put plaster on. But it was pretty fun.
I made $100 cleaning up a yard, and a lot of trees fell on our hunting lease, so we had to pick all those, get them all off the fence, and it cost us a couple $1,000s in damage.
In Hurricane Ike, actually we didn't have anything happen. Rita got us. and I had a tree fall on my house during Hurricane Rita, but we didn't, it was mainly all of our friends down in Galveston, and, we lived down there for 15 years.
The experience was 12 people living in my house, 8 dogs, and the bishop calling the parsonage all the time asking how things are going, because I had 2 friends that were at churches that were nearly demolished, and they escaped to my house. It was a great time of fun and food together as we made plans to restore those churches. But it was scary all being in that house and hearing that eye of that storm go over. And watching your roof get sucked off.
Electricity for 2 weeks, that was about the worst thing. And when you have an 85-year-old woman living with you who has Alzheimer's, it gets a little testy. We were, just a little. But we were eating MREs and the ice thing, and I had a generator left over from Rita, so we were able to keep the refrigerators going, and a fan. That was nice.
Well, not too bad because our house is pretty insulated and it was pretty cool. We had tons of ice, coolers, and plenty of food and water because we were ready for it. And so it wasn't too bad of an experience, except Rita was worse.